Homer was murdered and the killer turned out to be his good friend. He barely started enjoying his time in the sauna when a deadly ambush hit. A mystery person quietly cranked the temperature to max, then barred the door shut with planks of wood. As the heat skyrocketed inside, Homer finally sensed something was wrong. He tugged at the door with all his strength, but it was no use, the planks were nailed tight. After a few desperate shouts, he collapsed to the floor. Hours later, Krusty the Clown pushed open the sauna door. The sheriff promised to track down the culprit, but Homer was already shaken to his core. Marge begged the sheriff to protect her husband. My badge doesn't say anything about protecting people, the sheriff insisted until his deputy reminded him. The second word does, sir. Stuck, the sheriff decided to bring in a sharp mind to solve the case. The group headed straight for the most high-security maximum prison, venturing all the way to its deepest corner. When his fingerprint failed to open the gate, the sheriff pulled out a fork and pried the cell door open. The person inside caught everyone off guard. The sideshow Bob. Even though they'd been old rivals, they had no choice but to turn to this expert in twisted minds. Bob cut to the chase and asked Homer for a list of his enemies. Homer reeled off names: the Emperor of Japan, Mr. Burns, Fat Tony, former President Bush, and more. To find the killer, Bob took Homer to a convenience store. Impatient, Homer snapped at the owner, thinking he was wasting Bob's time. Realizing his mistake, he grabbed a magazine off the shelf to hide his embarrassment. Later, Bob set a clever trap in the yard, using a doll as bait. The plan worked better than expected. The doll lured the culprit out into the open. And the killer was Moe all along.